I can read everyone's mind but his. You ever walk into a room and hear everyone thinking about you? No, seriously, not whispering, not guessing, thinking. Raw, unfiltered mental noise. That's my life. I'm Ash, and I can read minds. It's not as cool as it sounds. Like, yeah, it helps with pop quizzes and dodging lies, but mostly, it's exhausting. Imagine living in a world where silence doesn't exist, where even smiles come with subtitles. People think the worst things, even when they're saying the nicest stuff out loud. She looks great today, someone might say. God, I hate her. Bet she spends 2 hours getting ready just to show off. Or, hey man, what's up? Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. It's not just the bad stuff either. It's everything. Hungry thoughts, horny thoughts, bored thoughts, stuff that should have stayed inside. You'd be surprised how loud people are when they think no one's listening. Today's no different. I'm walking through the school hallway and it hits like a wave. Voices, but not really voices. Thoughts. Everyone's thinking something. There he is. God, he's hot. Did he do something to his hair? Ash knows I cheated on that math test. He totally knows. I wonder if he can hear me right now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Ash? Yes. Yes, I can. Shut up. I slide my hoodie up over my head. Not because I'm cold, but because I need a buffer. It doesn't help much, but it's something. The thoughts don't stop, but they muffle a bit. Like putting a pillow over your head while your sibling blasts music in the next room. Anyway, that's me. Ash Morgan, mind reader. Senior in high school, walking chaos radar. I always know what people are thinking. Always. Well, almost always. A few days later. I'm halfway to physics when I feel it. Silence. Not like the usual kind, where people are zoning out or spacing, but dead silence. A mental blackout. No buzzing thoughts, no whispers, not even static. Just nothing. It's so jarring I stop in the middle of the hallway like I hit a wall. For a second, I think maybe I lost my powers. Maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe someone finally figured out how to mute the damn world. Then I see him. He's standing by the lockers. New face. Tall, all angles and shadows. Dressed in black like he walked out of some indie vampire movie. Pitch black hair. Green eyes so sharp they kind of stab when they look your way. And yeah, okay, he's hot, but that's not what gets me. It's the silence. Everyone else around him? Loud. I can hear the usual mess from all sides, but him? It's like his mind doesn't exist. Like someone pressed mute on a TV and broke the remote. I stare. Probably too long. He glances over, catches me looking, and then smiles. Just a small, knowing tilt of his mouth. And I swear to God, it's the first time in my life I don't know what someone is thinking. Nothing. No words, no images, just green eyes and silence. And that drives me absolutely insane. About an hour later, Nick sits 2 rows in front of me in English. Of course he does. He's all black clothes and dark hair and brooding silence. Like he was born to star in a vampire movie where no one sparkles and everyone suffers beautifully. It's annoying. He's annoying. And I hate that I can't stop staring. I only know his name because Mr. Harper said it during roll call. Nick Belrose? Which is such a pretentious name, right? Like, who even has a last name that sounds like a haunted perfume brand? Still, it stuck. Like, everything about him. I mean, sure, he's hot, whatever. That's not the issue. The issue is I can't hear him. At all. Not a whisper. Not even a single sleepy thought about this boring class. Everyone else? Loud. Deafening. I didn't do the reading. Did I leave my straightener on? Ash is totally checking out the new kid. Seriously, Jesse, get out of my head. But Nick? Total void. I lean forward in my seat. Maybe the psychic signal is weak from back here. Maybe if I squint or tilt my head just right, I'll pick up a stray word. A mental cough. Something. Nope. He shifts slightly in his seat, the edge of his boot brushing the leg of his desk, and I jump like he fired a gun. I've fought through crushes before. Fast ones, shallow ones, dangerous ones. But this is something else. This is obsession born of panic. Born of what the hell is wrong with him and why can't I fix it? The bell rings. I don't move. Nick stands smooth and effortless, slinging a black backpack over one shoulder. He doesn't look at me. Still nothing. And the silence he leaves behind screams. A few hours later. Okay, plan. If I can't hear Nick's thoughts, maybe I can trigger them. Like, surely he has some. No one is that mentally quiet unless they're asleep, dead, or a monk. He doesn't look like a monk. Lunch is the perfect opportunity. He's sitting out under the tree, reading, of course, with his knees drawn up, headphones in, hair ruffling in the breeze like he's in an indie movie I didn't ask to be cast in. I walk by casually. Like, totally normal casual. Nothing. I circle the tree once. Not in a weird way, like nature appreciation. Trees are cool. Nothing. Okay, maybe I need to get closer. I tie my hoodie around my waist, drop my bag near his bench, and coincidentally sit on the grass 5 feet away. Eyes on my phone, ears fully open, psychic mode activated. Still freaking nothing. I pretend to scroll. I'm on the calculator app. I'm not okay. I send out my own thoughts, like a psychic sonar. Do you see me? Can you hear me? Are you thinking literally anything right now? Still nothing. I glance up. He's looking right at me. Calm, unbothered. That soft, unreadable half smile on his face. I panic. Oh, hey! I say way too fast. Nice day, huh? He blinks, nods. Yeah. I wait. For a thought. A flicker. Something. Silence. You're Nick, right? He tilts his head, curious. You already know that. Damn it. That's not how this works. I'm supposed to be the one who knows things, who sees people before they even speak. He's flipping the script and I'm flailing. Right, cool. Just, making sure. He hums, closes his book, doesn't say anything else. Doesn't think anything either, apparently. I make an excuse to leave before I combust. Something about a club meeting I'm not in. As I walk away, I swear I hear Jesse's brain say, Ash is spiraling. And yeah, she's not wrong. A few days later. It starts stupidly. I'm in the library, pretending to study, mostly hiding from the thoughts of literally everyone else. Headphones in, hoodie up. Textbook open to page 198. Haven't read a word. Then someone sits down across from me. I don't have to look up. I know who it is. That silence hits like a fingerprint now. Nick. He doesn't say anything at first, just sets his bag down, pulls out a book. Fiction, thick, black cover, of course. And starts reading like he owns the table. Like we're already friends or something. I glance at him. He glances back. There's this tiny half smile like, yeah, I know you're gonna let me sit here. And I do. We don't talk. Not really. I keep pretending to study, he keeps reading. But somehow it's nice. The quiet between us isn't awkward. It's not like the silence I hate with other people, the kind filled with unsaid things I know anyway. This one feels earned, peaceful. And then he offers me one of his sour gummy worms without saying a word, like it's totally normal. And I swear my heart does something really dumb and fluttery. I take it. It's the best thing I've eaten all day. The next day. It's after school and we're walking. I don't even remember how it started. 1 second we were both leaving class, and the next we're walking down the street like we do this every day. Side by side. Close enough for our arms to brush sometimes. The sun's low. That warm golden light hitting everything just right. Nick's hair glows at the edges. I don't tell him that. I think it loud though, just in case. He's humming, some song I don't know. And then out of nowhere he says, "Do you ever stop thinking?" I blink. Excuse me? "You always look like you're 10 thoughts deep," he says, "even when you're just tying your shoes." I laugh. A real one, loud and sudden. Yeah, well, occupational hazard. He doesn't ask what I mean. I like that about him. He never pushes. He just kind of exists, like gravity, pulling me in without trying. "You always this observant?" I ask. "Only when I like someone," he says casually. What? My brain short circuits. I trip a little on the sidewalk crack and try to cover it with a fake cough. Nick just smirks, hands in his pockets, like he didn't just drop a live wire into my chest. He likes someone. Me? I should ask. I should definitely ask. But I don't. Not yet. Instead, I nudge his arm lightly and say, "You always this smooth?" "Only when I like someone," he says again. I swear I'm gonna scream. A few days later. Movie night. At his place. We're sitting on the couch, way too close for it to be casual anymore. But we're both pretending like it's totally fine. There's popcorn between us, horror movie on screen. His house smells like cedar and something warm I can't name. My brain is weirdly quiet. And not because I can't hear Nick's thoughts. That's old news. No, it's me. I'm not scanning anymore. I'm not trying to read anyone. I'm just here. With him. Letting things be. Halfway through the movie, a jump scare hits, and I flinch. Totally involuntarily. Nick chuckles softly, and without saying a word, he reaches over and takes my hand. My heart just stops. It's nothing dramatic. No slow pans or swelling music. Just fingers laced through mine, like it's always been that easy. He doesn't look at me. He just keeps watching the screen, thumb brushing over my knuckle absently. But I'm gone. Absolutely done for. I look at our hands. I feel everything in that one small touch. No thoughts, no mind reading, no safety net. Just this. And for the first time in my entire life, I'm okay not knowing what someone's thinking. Because I feel it. Right here. In this exact moment. And somehow, that's even better. 3 days later. It happens on a Tuesday. I'm in class, zoning out during some group presentation, when I realize something's off. It takes me a second to clock it. There's no noise. Not like out loud noise. The classroom's buzzing, people are talking, but mentally, it's quiet. Usually by now, I'd have at least 5 different thoughts bouncing around in my head from everyone else. Nervous whispers, boredom, someone mentally screaming, "I forgot to do this project!" But right now, nothing. Just my own thoughts, sitting there all lonely and echoey. At first, I think I'm tired. Or maybe my brain's just taking a break. But then lunch rolls around and I sit down next to Nick, and the same quiet follows me like a blanket. A warm, soft, safe kind of quiet. And for the first time in a long time, I don't hate it. I don't feel on edge. I don't feel like the world is trying to shout me down. I just exist. Me. Next to him. No static. No buzz. It's peaceful. I don't tell Nick. I don't want to jinx it. He catches me staring at him, though, and just smiles like he knows something I don't. A week later. It's been a week now. Still no thoughts. Not Nick's, not anyone's. Not Jessie's loud daily monologue about how she needs coffee or she'll literally perish. Not Mr. Harper's low-key dirty math puns. Not even that one dude in gym class who never stops thinking about dragons and boobs. Just nothing. At first, it was peaceful. Now, it's terrifying. It's like being underwater and realizing you don't remember how to swim. I keep catching myself reaching out, trying to hear something, anything, and getting slapped with silence every time. I try bumping into people in the hallway, see if I can catch stray thoughts. Nope. I sit in the cafeteria surrounded by noise, and still, nothing. My head's a vacuum. My chest feels tight. I feel small. I didn't realize how much I depended on it. My ability. My thing. My me. And the worst part? Nick's still quiet too. He sits beside me in the grass after school, like everything's normal. Like I'm not losing my mind. He leans over and says, "You okay?" Like he genuinely doesn't know what's happening inside me. And that's the part that finally snaps me. Later that day, I text him. Meet me after school. Alone. We go to our usual spot, this little bench tucked behind the track field, hidden by trees. It used to feel like our place. Now, it feels like a stage. I pace while he sits, calm and unreadable as always. "You knew," I say before he can speak. Nick blinks. "Knew what?" "Don't do that." My voice comes out sharp. I hate it. "You knew I could read minds, didn't you?" Silence. He doesn't deny it. I step forward. "You've always been quiet. I thought it was just you, but now? I can't hear anyone. You did something to me, didn't you?" Nick looks down at his hands, then back up at me. "I didn't do anything to you, Ash. I just am." "That doesn't mean anything." He sighs. "I'm what people call a blocker. I didn't even know what it was until I was 13. I don't have powers of my own, I just cancel them out. People like you, when I'm around, your powers go quiet. Like your brain gets to rest. I didn't expect it to happen so fast." I stare at him. He stands, slowly, looking guilty and calm all at once. "I didn't tell you because I wanted to know what it was like to connect without all that in the way. I wanted it to be real. Just you. Just me. No powers, no noise." "But you let it happen," I say, voice shaking. "You let me lose myself. You didn't warn me. You didn't even ask." Nick's voice goes soft. "I know. And I'm sorry." I want to yell. I want to cry. I want to kiss him and punch him at the same time. Because the truth is, I did fall for him. But now I don't know who I am without the part of me that always knew. A few days later. The silence is deafening. I haven't seen Nick for a few days now. It feels wrong. Like something's missing. But I don't reach out. I can't. Every time I close my eyes, all I can hear is his voice in my head, saying that he didn't do anything to me. Just was there, like it was nothing. But it wasn't nothing. It was everything. My powers were who I was, how I navigated life, how I connected with the world since forever. Without them, I feel like a ghost. I'm standing by my locker after lunch when I see him walking toward me in the hallway. That stupid, calm look on his face, like nothing ever happened, like he didn't ruin everything. I don't know what I expected, but not this. "Hey," he says, voice low, careful. He doesn't seem surprised that I'm not smiling, that I'm not even looking at him. I bite my lip, holding back the hurt. "What do you want, Nick?" He hesitates, clearly wanting to say something, but I don't give him the chance. You knew this whole time that I could read minds. You knew I needed them," I snap. "And you let me lose them, without even asking, without even..." My throat tightens. I can't finish the sentence. Nick's face hardens. "Ash, I didn't want to take it away from you. I didn't." "Then why?" I cut him off, my voice louder now. "Why would you let me fall for you? Let me get close to you, when I couldn't even know what you were thinking? Was that your plan all along? To get me to trust you and then rip everything I knew away from me?" I don't wait for an answer. I just turn around and walk away. I hear him calling my name, but I don't stop. I can't. It's like everything we had, everything, was just a lie. A game. A week later. It's been a week now. No calls, no texts, no random walk-bys. Nothing. And it's just quiet. I mean, it's quiet in a way that's suffocating. No one's thoughts are screaming at me. No one's passing judgment, making snide comments or giving me that side eye. It's peaceful, but it's not comforting anymore. It feels empty. I go through the motions at school, smile at my friends, pretend everything's fine, but inside, I feel like I'm drowning in my own head. I can't tell what anyone's thinking, not even if they like me or not, and it's worse than the mental chatter I used to hear. It's the unknown that's tearing me apart. I can't read people. I can't control it. I sit at lunch and I catch myself scanning the room for thoughts that aren't there. I focus on the crowd, trying to catch something, anything, a flicker, a whisper, a spark of the old me. But no, just silence. I fidget with my phone, half-heartedly scrolling through texts I've ignored. I don't want to answer any of them. Not even Nick's, which I still haven't opened. I can't bring myself to. Not after everything. It's hard to breathe without knowing what's coming next. But I have to keep moving forward. Even if that means stumbling through the day on my own. A month later. It's been a month since I've had a real conversation with Nick. And today I'm walking down the hallway when I see him again. Just standing there, leaning against the locker, looking way too good for my already overloaded heart to handle. I freeze. I tell myself I'm not going to look at him, but my eyes betray me. They always do. Nick sees me. I'm pretty sure he's been waiting. He doesn't rush over, doesn't push. He just stands there, like he's giving me space, like he's waiting for me to decide if I'm ready to see him. And I'm not really. But I can't just walk away either. I take a breath, and I walk toward him, dragging the weight of my silence with me. "Hey," I say, my voice rough, not used to speaking to him anymore. "Hey," he replies, softer than before. He doesn't say anything about how long it's been, how I've been avoiding him. He just looks at me with that same unreadable gaze I've come to both hate and love in equal measure. I want to scream. I want to punch him for what he did to me. But I don't, because I'm tired. Tired of pretending like I'm fine without him. Tired of being angry. "Why didn't you tell me?" I ask. my voice trembling just a little. I'm not sure if I'm mad or sad or just confused. Why didn't you warn me that I might lose my powers? He runs a hand through his hair, like the words are stuck in his throat. I wanted to tell you, Ash. His voice cracks and I feel it, like the weight of everything hanging between us. But each day I spent with you, I was like, I'll tell him tomorrow. I'll tell him later. I didn't want to lose what we had. I didn't want to lose you. There's a long pause, and I see something in his eyes. It's not just guilt, it's regret. Deep, raw regret. He doesn't know how to make it right, but he's sure as hell trying. I didn't think it would hurt you like this, he continues, his voice a little quieter now. I thought we'd be okay. That I could just protect you and we could still be close. But I see now. I see how much I messed up. I swallowed hard, my throat tight. I want to scream, to let the anger out. But then I remember what it felt like to be with him. How easy it was to just be myself. How much I let my guard down. And I start to wonder if maybe, just maybe, that's what I need to do again. Nick steps a little closer. His voice drops lower, the words weighted with something that feels like vulnerability for the first time. I didn't take anything from you, Ash. I wanted to love you without the noise, without the walls. I never thought it would break you like this. I blink, and suddenly the space between us feels huge. I want to pull back, but something inside me tells me not to. He's not just apologizing. He's showing me something. Something that makes the walls I've been building crumble just a little. I look at him, really look at him, and it hits me. For the first time since I lost my powers, I realize something important. I don't need my powers. Not anymore. It's hard to admit, but I finally get it. I need to trust again. I need to be me, without all that noise. And maybe that's not such a bad thing after all. You're not just what you can do, he says, his voice barely above a whisper, like he's reading my mind for once. You're so much more than that, Ash. I don't know what to say. I just stand there looking at him, feeling like everything is shifting. The anger, the hurt, the confusion, it's all still there, but somehow it feels less important now. I'm more than what I can do. I'm more than the noise. And maybe, just maybe, we can be more than just what we've been. Nick's gaze softens, but there's a hesitation in him, like he's waiting for me to make the next move. So I do. I step forward, close enough to feel the heat of his body. I don't know what happens next, but I know this. I'm not ready to let go. Not yet. A week later. Things had been better. Not perfect, not like before, but better. We were laughing again, sharing fries under shitty fluorescent lights. He took his hand in mine when no one was looking, and I'd let him. We weren't trying to fix the past. We were just trying to be okay now. And it was working. Kinda. Until it didn't. It was something stupid. We had this group project for lit class, and I thought Nick had emailed the files. I'd reminded him, he said, "Got it," and I didn't think twice. Turns out he didn't get it. At all. We stood there in front of the entire class, presentation missing. Our teacher giving us the disappointed smile of death. And for the first time in weeks, the sharp anger returned. That ache in my chest that says, "You're not safe here." Later behind the school, I exploded. You said you handled it. I thought I did. Nick looked genuinely shocked, like he hadn't even realized. God, you always think you're handling it, I snapped. You act like everything's fine, and it's not. You took my powers, Nick. You made me trust you, and then you left me helpless. His face dropped, color draining from it. Ash, I didn't. You did. My voice cracked. None of this would have happened if you hadn't messed with me. I used to know when people were gonna screw up. I used to know what they were thinking. I had control. Now I'm just blindsided. All the time. He opened his mouth like he wanted to say something, but no words came out. I didn't wait. I walked away. 2 days later. I didn't text him. I didn't even open his messages. 6 of them now. The last one just saying, "Please talk to me." And honestly, I didn't want to. But that didn't stop him from trying. The second night after the fight, I walked into the art room after hours. Figured I'd work on that dumb portfolio I'd been avoiding. And there he was, sitting cross-legged on the floor in front of my favorite table. Hoodie on, hair messier than usual, a stupid box of cookies from the vending machine beside him. He looked up like he wasn't surprised to see me. I stood in the doorway, arms crossed. You stalking me now? He gave me a half smile. Only a little. Silence. I walked past him, sat at the table, pulled out a pencil. He didn't leave. Instead, he pulled something from behind his back. A sketchbook. Mine. You left this in my bag, he said, flipping it open. I saw your sketches. The ones of me. My heart thumped hard, but I kept my face blank. They were really good, he said softly. Like, scary good. You captured things I didn't even know I did. How I stand when I'm nervous, the little crinkle in my eyebrow when I'm focused. I didn't look at him. I know I can't undo it, he said, more serious now. But I've been trying to understand. Like, really understand what I took from you. Not just the powers. You. How it must have felt. And I didn't take it seriously enough before. I finally looked at him. He looked exhausted, but sincere. I started journaling, he said. Weird, right? For someone who barely talks. But I figured, maybe if I write stuff down, I can be more honest. With myself. With you. I blinked. You started a feelings journal? He laughed a little. Don't call it that. I'll die. A pause. Then I asked, before I could stop myself, what's in it? He shrugged. Stuff. About how I shut people out. About how I wish I could fix things without messing them up worse. About you. I swallowed. He stood, slowly walking over to the table, stopping just far enough to still give me space. I know sorry isn't enough, and maybe it never will be. But I'm still here. If you ever want to yell at me again or just draw while I sit there like an idiot. I looked up at him, heart pounding, mind somehow still silent. I'll think about it, I said. And I meant it. A few days later. It happened at the coffee shop. I was waiting in line, zoning out, when suddenly, I heard it. If he orders a caramel macchiato again, I swear I'll scream. I froze. I turned slowly. It was the girl behind me. Her mouth wasn't moving, but I heard it. In my head. Just like before. My heart pounded. The noise wasn't back in full, but that voice, that thought, it was real. It was there. It had been weeks. Weeks of silence. And now something had changed. I ran straight to Nick. He was sitting outside school, reading, calm as ever. He looked up, his eyes softening like they always did when he saw me. "I heard someone," I said, breathless. "A thought in my head, like before." His expression shifted. Something flickered behind his eyes. A pause, too long. A blink, too careful. "What?" I narrowed my eyes. "You knew this would happen?" He set the book down, nervous. "I've been working on it. On myself, my ability. Trying to control it so it doesn't affect you, or anyone, unless I want it to." He looked so damn unsure, like he was waiting for me to blow up again. Like he didn't know if I'd take this as a betrayal too. "I didn't know it was working," he said. "But I hoped it would. I wanted you to have your powers back. If you wanted them." I stared at him. My heart didn't race. My head didn't flood with thoughts. It was just him, standing there, vulnerable, hoping. And suddenly I realized this wasn't about powers. It wasn't about what he gave me or took from me. It was about us. 2 days later. It's dark out. We're sitting on his rooftop, a blanket around us, the stars watching silently above. My head's on his shoulder. He's playing with my fingers like he always does when he's nervous. "I still don't hear you," I say quietly. "Your thoughts." "I know," he says. And I'm okay with that. He turns to me, his green eyes searching mine. "You sure?" I nod. "I don't need to hear your thoughts to know you're in love with me. I feel it. Every time you wait outside my house, every time you pick the red Skittles out of my pack because you know I hate them, every time you say nothing and still somehow get me." He smiles, slow and warm, and leans his forehead against mine. "I was scared," he whispers, "that if your powers came back, you'd see me differently. That you'd stop needing me." "I don't need you," I whisper back. "I choose you." And then we kiss. Not like the kind you see in movies. No music swells, no dramatic camera spin, no perfectly timed rain. It's just us. His breath catches a little as I lean in, and I feel the tiniest tremble in his hands when they brush against mine. My heart's pounding, but not out of panic, out of something softer, something braver. Our lips meet, and it's slow, careful, the kind of kiss where you're still learning the shape of each other, not trying to impress, just feel. It's warm, a little clumsy, a little shaky, but real. He exhales against my mouth like he's been holding his breath this whole time. One of his hands slides up to the back of my neck, gentle but certain, pulling me in like I'm something precious, like he's afraid to let go. And I kiss him back like I've been waiting my whole life to feel something this quietly overwhelming. No sparks, no explosions, just steady, soft, safe. It's love. The kind that's messy and human and full of mistakes. The kind we had to choose, and keep choosing. And for the first time in forever, the world is quiet. Not just because my powers are gone or fading, but because I don't need the noise anymore. I don't need the thoughts or the secrets or the safety net of knowing everything before it's said. I have this. I have him. And I'm okay. More than okay. Conclusion. These days, things are good. Like, actually good. Nick and I are together. No more hiding, no more weird tension. Just love. Real and messy and kind. We have our routines now. Late night walks, way too much coffee, and his hoodie always accidentally ending up in my closet. My powers came back, but quieter. softer. I can tune them in or out like a radio, which is honestly kind of a superpower in itself. But Nick, still completely silent. And weirdly, I love that. I love not knowing. I love having to ask, to learn, to listen. It keeps him human to me. Keeps us, us. And even with all the noise in the world, I wouldn't trade that silence for anything. The end. Have you ever wanted mind-reading powers for yourself? Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing to become a part of our Rainbow Force, and stay wholesome.